Guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you active and passive voices and what's the difference between them. So, okay, there's much differences between active and passive voices in a grammatical sentence, but we'll see the differences right now. Let's go. Okay, so here's the active and passive voices, where an active voice is a sentence where the subject is the one who does the action or he is the doer of the action. But a passive voice is the opposite, where the subject is the one who receives the action or the receiver of the action. We'll see an example about this. Okay, an active voice like I did the homework. I is the subject and the homework is the object. And the subject is I and I is the one who's doing the homework. So and it's getting at the beginning of the sentence as subject, so it's an active voice. But the opposite here, like a passive voice, the homework was done by me. The homework is the one who receives the action done by the doer of the action, which is me, but me is coming at the end of the sentence with like an object, so it's a passive voice. Here the receiver of the action homework is coming at the beginning. Let's see some other stuff, other important things about active and passive voices. We also need to know the importance between which one to use in active and passive voice, depending on the importance of the doer of the action. Like for example, in the first sentence, the US Bank in LA was built in 1987. Here I want to talk about the US Bank, where it was built and when it was built. I don't want to talk about the who built it. If I want to talk about it, I will use the active voice. And because this passive voice, I was talking only about, I don't want to talk about the door of the action. But in the second sentence instead, Leo stole Topper's phone. This is an active voice. And here it's necessary and important to know the door of the action because you're talking about something about identity, like someone stole someone's stuff. So I need to know who stole it. So use an active voice to identify who stole the thing. But it might get very confusing when using passive voices like between these two sentences. People might get just struggle to read read the read the difference between them. One would feel easier and the other one feel more difficult to understand and reach. Let's see them. Okay, okay, so the first sentence says a recommendation was made up by the professor that their textbooks be reviewed by the students before the exam, which has been scheduled for Friday by him. Well, this sentence, my people might get lost reading this sentence because it's kind of confusing. People might get struggle. Where is the subject and where is the doer of the action? And it might be difficult to understand. But the second one is a direct one to understand. The professor recommended that the students review their textbooks before the exam, which has scheduled for Friday. Well, I got the idea straight direct without being lost, trying to find the subject and the object and the verb. Like the second one was more clean than the before. Okay, now that you know the difference between the active and passive voice, they are both correct to use. There's not a grammatical rule that says which one to use in a sentence, but both are correct. But you need to choose wisely which one to use because some sentences you might get lost while reading it or saying it in a passive or active voice. So you might need to choose which one is the best one to give you the information directly without being lost reading the entire sentence or hearing someone. And that's very much it. Thank you guys for watching and like and subscribe, and I see you guys tomorrow. And check out my channel for more lessons, and see you later. Goodbye.